Hey guys, XRM right here. Welcome to a preview of Star Ruler 2. Star Ruler 2 is a new Space Fortress game by Blind Mind Studios, who made, of course, Star Ruler 1. The game is currently going for about $25 on Steam. Some features that separate Star Ruler 2 from other Space Fortress games are an extremely detailed ship creation system where you can build each section of a ship piece by piece. That's really cool. I'll show you that in a little bit. And instead of fighting with a few ships, Star Ruler 2 has you basically build a command ship that could be something like a carrier, a battleship, a dreadnought, etc. And then you add potentially up to hundreds of support ships so that the basic unit is the fleet, rather than, some Fortress games, you basically just throw a few singular ships, maybe 10 at max, and then they just fight each other. I mean, that's alright, but come on, in a Fortress game, you want to see hundreds of ships fighting each other in pretty good detail, I would say. Just lasers, missiles, everything flying everywhere. You could, I'll show you some of those battles a little bit later as well. Another unique feature is the economy. Basically, each planet produces a resource, and then you export those resources to other planets that require them to level up those planets. Now, because there's so many resources around, you have to focus which planets you want as your main production planet, your main research planet, and then the majority of your planets are just going to be producing resources. And that's really important because when you decide to attack the enemy, or the enemy decides to attack you, they can attack your supply routes, or they can attack your main planets. Each planet is very important to protect, because if you say you lose food on one of your planets, it's being shipped to your homeworld, right? Your homeworld will level down and actually will start losing population because they're quote-unquote starving. Or you can take out higher tier resources to also, degrade them. Another interesting thing is diplomacy in this game, with the Galactic Set and all that. Basically, in the Galactic Set, you have influence points that you earn from various actions. You could I think you generate influence naturally based on the people you meet, and if you're the first person to discover someone, you gain extra influence, and then you use this influence to actually buy diplomacy cards. So what happens is, some of those diplomacy cards are like propositions, such as annexing a rival system, or proposing that the Galactic Senate gets relocated to your homeworld. And then other cards are used to either accept or reject the proposal. So let's say, what card, for example, is the Negotiate? That's probably the basic attack or defense card. You play it, and then you gain influence either to support or reject the proposal, depending on which side you're on. And then after a while, there's actually a countdown based on which side has more votes, whether it's support or to reject the proposal. And whichever side has more points, there's like a score. It starts ticking down, and once it reaches the end, the proposal either passes or fails. So there could be a lot of fighting that goes on. Anyway, so I'm going to basically show you the tutorial. The tutorial is actually really well made. When I played it, I basically fully understood, minus some minute details, at least, how to perform all the basic functions of the game. That's what a tutorial should do. So I think that's actually a great thing that I can show you right now on how the game works. Let's get started with the tutorial. Alright, glorious age dawns in the Empire's 4th millennium. Discovery and colonization of the new galaxy is well underway, and proceeding smoothly, attracting people from all over the Empire to settle on rich frontier worlds and try to improve their law. Or so the newslings say. In truth, the frontier is a cesspool of outlaws, petty criminals, and lawyers, and the Empire is frequently forced to send fleets to maintain order. Fleets sent under the guise of protecting settlements and unclaimed space from the Zushio alien menace. Of course, this enforced lawfulness only lasts as long as the duration of the fleet's appointment. The colonists quickly reverting to their brutish ways of robbery, murder, and class action lawsuits. Most Earth fleet commanders have given up the prospect of reforming the frontier entirely. But not Commodore Hopefully of the proud 119th Fleet. No, our commander has wanted to change the stability of the frontier and is prepared to take a radical approach. The Commodore had flown down and shuttled down to the planet's largest city to discuss plans in terms of the settlers. Commodore Hopefully had probably died of dysentery. Unfortunately, this left me in charge of the fleet's mission. So yeah, we're just gonna familiarize with the controls. You just scroll around. That's not the interesting. You can adjust time, you can speed up time up to 10x. You can slow it down up to 0.1x. That's pretty slow. So anyway, so this is our ship. You can take a look. These are our, let me zoom up. These are all of our components of our ship. You see we have railgun batteries aiming to the front kind of side. Nothing in front. Oh, I guess we have missile launchers in front. And the bridge and the crew. So every time a shot hits us, we'll take some damage on our parts. If we ever reach to the bridge and the crew, we lose the ship. And as you can see, this is what I explained earlier. We have a fleet of ships rather than just a singular ship. And then the enemy, they have 2 smaller fleets of ships, pretty low. You can see the strength determines how much damage I do. The HE, how much I can tank per ship. The strength is calculated as a whole of the entire fleet, while HP is, I think it's per ship. And the supply, which is basically fuel, ammo, etc. If you run out of supply, I believe you cannot move and you cannot shoot, which is bad. And so if you get low on supply, you want to either enter neutral grounds or back to your own territory. So we're going to show you what fighting looks like. It's pretty cool looking. Let's attack. There we go. Just watch our fleet. We'll slow it down a little bit so you can take a look at the action. So as you can see, there's a bunch of enemy ships, there's a bunch of our ships, and we're engaging in some massive brawl here. We're also attacking this warp gate, which different civilizations, they have different abilities to travel between systems. You can always do sublight, but that's really slow. For the tutorial, we have a hyperdrive, which, well, it'll show later. Basically, we have a limited amount of fuel, FTL fuel. We can use that to jump between systems. These guys, they use warp gates. The colony we're protecting is situated on in the nearby system, Lyhus. It's about time we get over there and boss them around a bit. Alright, we should use our flagships and FTL to get there. So as you can see, I'm charging up my FTL, and then I'll end up there very shortly. And trust me, it takes much longer going there sublight. Alright, if you click this, you can see what time it is at my place. It's 11:30 at night. Arrived at the colony, we held a brief funeral ceremony for a Commodore, now posthumously promoted to Rear Admiral. The local undertaker had done a good job covering the charred laser wound on his forehead. I thought he died of dysentery. It was decided that the fleet would continue to support the settlements of Sanch in the local area of space until the Terran Empire officially claimed the region. Most plants in the galaxy produce only a singular resource rich in food and water, supercarbons, and uranium to FTL crystals. Not every resource is produced right away, and some resources require higher level plant in order to produce. Every cell plant has a level range from 0 to 5. In order to level up a plant, it requires access to more and more resources, yada yada. I explained that earlier. When you explore a resource, the original plant no longer has access to that resource. So like I said, that's important because not every planet can be a crazy metropolis. Some planets are just gonna be like agrarian crap holes that just produce food or whatever. Maybe that's a utopia some of you. Reach level 2. Spacewood, which is our capital here, requires a tier 1 resource such as gold and another food such as grain. So let's colonize a nearby food planet. We're gonna do that. We're gonna take grain. This is a suggestion. You see our colony ships, they're going to each drop off 0.1 population to this planet, and then once I have 1 population, I'll be able to use this planet, and then I can queue export to Spacewood. And once that completes, you'll see that, let's speed it up. Yeah, it takes a little bit. There we go. You see, now I don't need food anymore. And now I need a level 1 resource. So this planet, as you see, these resource producing planets they're just level 0 by themselves. This planet I need to get to level 1, which means I need food and I need water. And you see I don't have any water in this planet. I'm just gonna skip ahead in the tutorial, speed it up. But these other systems, they have water, and I can export across the galaxy as long as I control the territory. As long as all the territory is continuous, I'll be able to export it. If it's not continuous, I think I have to build something. I think it's like some commerce center, but we won't go into too much detail on that. And as you can see, also each planet has its own terrain. You see, there's a lot of water here, some volcanoes here, some forests here. So I don't think I can show you yet. Oh yeah, but I can. There's actually buildings I can place, and it takes over some of these tiles, and then some buildings such as Mega Farm, I can build it over on these forests. This is reduced build costs of forest biomes, and you know, these things do various things, like these are defense buildings, these are factories for more production, etc. Anyway, speed this up. You need to export water, export water. Once I colonize these planets, everything, you know, will get done automatically. Q native gold here. It'll just take a little time, but putting it on 10x. I actually like it at a higher speed, like 5x and 10x. If I need to, you know, do something, I could just pause it. And let's see, what do I still need? I thought I exported the food, maybe I didn't. There we go. And oh yes, now I need 2 population, and then I'll reach level 2. Just gonna wait for it to grow a little bit. Awesome. And then now it's exporting to my capital here, Spacewood. And as you see, I've reached level 2 with this planet. So many resources have particular special effects separate to their contribution player levels. Be sure to read the short description at the bottom left info panel, or hover over it to show a more detailed description. Decide carefully which planets and resources invested in leveling up to gain their benefits, as I explained earlier. And building, producing, and maintaining things costs money. Money, like most resources produced by your population infrastructure, higher your population is, the more money it makes. So that's why you want high-level capitals rather than a bunch of backwater planets. Your income is budgeted along 3-minute budget cycles. Every cycle, your budget is recalculated. So that's basically how much you'll make in the next budget. And as you can see, I make 1.22 million in income and 240k in expenses, which gives me 976k in the next 3-minute tick. It is not possible to save money from one budget cycle to the next, but borrowing money as an advance from an upcoming cycle is possible at a hefty markup. So basically, let's say I spent all 869k this tick, right? And then I need to build something else, maybe it's an emergency. Let's say I need to build something that costs 300k. I believe it's a 50% markup. It's a pretty big markup. So next month I have to spend, you know, a whole crap lot more money. So there are emergency funds for the next that I could use, but they have to, you know, eventually I have to. It's gonna come out of somewhere. So if I spend a lot of money now, I have much less later on. We should build a scout. Oh yeah, so there are a few individual ships. Scouts are one of them because they don't really need a battleship. Or sorry, they don't need a fleet with a scout. And then it's telling me to build another battleship as well. So let's do all of that. A fleet menu on your battle. Oops, I didn't mean. It's telling me to select my battleship. The fleet management panel on your battleship by clicking it. Oh yeah, see, this is how I can add new support ships. We can add 10 beam ships. I'll just make this ship, this fleet stronger. And these support things, I believe, they don't cost, or they cost something, but I think, as you can see, they don't cost any maintenance. There's just a command limit on these fleets, from what I've seen. Anyway, so let's send our new scout to the ZAS system. We could use the hyperdrive, save some time. This is the ZAS system. Oh, not auto. There we go. Let's speed it. And you know, why don't I just build up this fleet a little bit more? Since I can't clear the dead from this ship. I kind of like beam ships. I just ordered like 46 of them. As you can see, this nearby production plant's filling up my fleet, which is pretty sweet. Ship your battleship fleet to the ZAS system. I'm gonna wait until I build it all up. I mean, I think it's sufficient in the tutorial. The tutorial is pretty easy, but might as well get the biggest damn fleet I can, right? There we go, hyperdrive to this system. And then I'm going to move to this planet, and I believe the mission is to like capture this. Yeah, these defense ships around this planet. We're just going to capture. We're just going to kill them. And basically, once I kill all the ships, I'll start degrading the loyalty of this planet. You'll see a little circle fill up in a bit, and once the circle fills up, I capture the planet. Lift your fleet and yeah, I'm already doing it. And as you can see, my supply is going down. So like I said, if I run out of supply, I won't be able to attack and I won't be able to move, which is very, very bad. Or mostly be stuck. Definitely can't fight. Yeah, okay, well, I can fight or move a little bit, but it's gonna be much slower. It says it decreases it. Export Zast 4's Phasite to Spacewood. Okay, Phasite adds 1 research production per 5 billion population, so let's send that to Spacewood. Addition of plants requiring particular types of research level up. Researchers can provide their consuming plant with pressure. Civilian population of the planet will automatically develop civilian buildings on the planet's surface and reduce the type of pressure being imported. One of money, influence, energy, resource, defense, or labor. Plants can only support a limited amount of pressure depending on their total population. Importing more pressure than a plant's capacity will result in lost production efficiency. Although most of your production will be for civilian infrastructure, it's possible to spend part of your budgets on constructing imperial buildings. Double-click Spacewood in order to open its plant management screen. So let's do that. And then I can build a research complex. As you can see, there's a reduced cost and reduced maintenance on crystal biomes, which are these purple ones. If I place it here, it costs 300k, 160k. These boxes mean they're developed, which provide another bonus. But we're gonna drop them off at where I have crystals to minimize my costs. Resources that give research pressure or produce research points over time. Research points are used to research technology, of course. So let's research armoring technology. And it'll take 59 seconds. You can see this is the texture. It's pretty big. I haven't explored all of it yet. But there's definitely a lot of things you can do. Like economics, it gives you more, gives you some bonus funds for that month. This one, I think there's another one that gives you like budget. There's a bunch of funny things you can do. Useful text. Research armory. A finished suit. And now it's gonna tell me to research bulkheads. Because I've done this tutorial before. That's how I know it's not just I'm psychic. And it'll finish pretty shortly. Awesome. Now let's go to designs. And I'll show you how to build your own ship, or the tutorial will. See our heavy carrier. Each ship design consists of subsystems. Subsystems consist of any number of hexes that can be painted on, painted in any shape on the design. Larger the size of the subsystem, better is relative to the other subsystems on the design. Some subsystems have core hexes, guns, turrets, engine exhaust. If a core hex is destroyed in combat, the entire system shuts off, which is, of course, bad. So let's go to defense. It's telling me to add 3 plate armor to my ship. I think I'll just add it in front. Let's add one here. Awesome. And add bulkheads to at least one of the guns to increase their health. Can we see, as you can see, the description increases the build cost of the subsystem, increases the health of all hexes of the subsystem, can be placed on non-armor subsystems that have cores or turrets. Let's place one on each gun, so I have a little bit more survivability. And then it's telling me to build a heavy carrier, so let's do that. And then I can add 10 beam ships to it. Let's do that. Add some more different types of support ships. All right. Got plenty of budget. Let's add a few gunships, a few missile boats, and as you can see, I went over budget here. I just wanted to click that to show you, and then I took off extra money from the next month. Notice that support ships are constructed in parallel to a flagship while the fleet finishes constructing. Awesome. Take a look at some of these designs. Yeah, see, these other ships, they don't cost any maintenance, which is pretty awesome. I can build a giant ass fleet. Okay, particular resources in the Empire will produce energy. This represents massive quantities of stored energy that you can transmit and use to activate ancient remnant devices scattered across the galaxy. We detected a power cell in Zast system, which you can equip to upgrade our new fleet by spending energy. Select the power cell. Now let's see, where is it? Where are you, power cell? Oh, right here. Equip to your fleet to spend. Click your newly constructed fleet with fire engine and equip the power cell. This increases its combat strength. So let's do that. Oh, okay. I need to do it on my newly constructed fleet. I think I actually bugged it earlier by giving it to my battleship, and it caused a a bug or something like that. Like, well, let me continue. All empires purchase their diplomatic actions are a shared list on the diplomacy tab called the influence tag. To see here, there's stuff such as ideas I explained earlier, and then there's stuff that allows you to attack the enemy idea or support your other ideas, such as these negotiate cards. These are the cards that I already have, and these are the cards that are available to buy. Basically, every so many seconds, I guess 30 seconds, a card pops up here at the maximum cost, and then one card on this side gets lost forever from the market. Each 30 seconds, the cards shuffle to the left, and then the cards get cheaper the further to the left they go, and originally they'll be very expensive. That's basically what this text is saying right here. So you want to grab a card that you want early on, then maybe you could wait on a little bit to see if you could get a lower price, but you do have to be wary for the other empires to take your cards away. We want to see our enemy, the Zeus is up to in this region. Fortunately, there's a spy card on the influence stack. Let's grab that spy, and then this one's specific to this empire. And in games with multiple empires, there could be different cards, and there's an upkeep of 20% on influence for playing this. It lasts 8 minutes, and it costs not influence to buy it, and then 4 influence to actually play it after. So be mindful of that, because I bought a card when I first started, and then I was like, oh, why can't I use this? Anyways, let's minimize this so I can activate. Grants vision for 5 minutes. Each additional quality will increase the duration of the spy effect by 3 minutes. I'm guessing this is a higher quality since it allows AC for 8 minutes. As you can see, I lost influence gain as well. Alright, let's go back to the galaxy. Our spy and spy the enemy system nearby. We should take a look at all their galaxy to find the system. Yingmao, okay. Activate the annex system card I have. Let's select the Yingmao system. Certain diplomatic actions require you to pass votes in the Galactic Senate in order for them to take effect. All votes have a current support level, so ours is +1, and in 3 minutes it will pass. And I can play support things to increase my votes. If it ever reaches this side, then the vote gets rejected. So the Zeus Lu, they vote to reject. They placed a card called Rhetoric, which adds -1 influence. I'm gonna play a negotiate card. Let me minimize this. Play it as support. Of course, I wouldn't vote in opposition to my own idea. That's why it's grayed out. Swap to enemy support cards and play your own negotiates and win the vote. Okay, because it's a it's like a tutorial. I'm just gonna spend a bunch of cards. It's not gonna matter. And after 3 minutes, I'll gain this. They're trying to vote in opposition, but whatever. I'm not gonna get this. In the tutorial, they're gonna let me keep it. I mean, we might as well do some research in the meantime. Yeah, okay, by convincing the Galactic Senate that the Yingmao system belongs to you, you have successfully annexed it. Great job. Fortunately, sources within the Terran Empire have informed us of a large enemy attack. We should construct a defense orbital in the Yingmao system as our first line of defense. Double-click Spacewood, and then click orbitals, and let's make a defense platform. Let's drop one in Yingmao. So it actually costs more if I build an ALF system, as you can see, based on the distance. Costs only 18 labor in my own system, 27 1 over, and saves 36 in Yingmao. But of course, I don't think I can actually build from Yingmao, because I probably don't have a good production plan there. That's why I have to build from what's it called? Spacewood. Anyways, I'm gonna place this defense platform right here in between all 3 of my planets. Right click the Yingmao system and then start using defense. Basically, defense uses from the global defense budget, currently 0. And basically what happens is that the defense will be used to automatically produce ships around each planet to help against the attack. We're gonna send both of our fleets here because I'm baller like that. Why do we wait for a defense over the ships to finish construction? Yeah, that's what it's saying. I'm gonna hyperdrive over because I'm lazy. And might as well do some research as well, right? Ensure victory. Now our defense platforms ready. So now that we're ready, let's fight. Defend against all invading fleets. Alright. It's ready to attack. Okay, why don't I lower the speed just so we can watch? Now, these small fleets, they don't stand a chance. We should pretty easily blow them up. Yeah, we just annihilate them. Let's go to this fleet. Let's watch this. And these guys, they don't stand a chance. Alright. Oh yeah, I think there's like some acceleration, that's why these guys keep moving around. Now let's speed it up so I can get in weapons range. And why don't we just watch the enemy Dreadnought's HP as he goes down, so you can see how each component gets damaged. And yeah, he's getting slaughtered pretty quickly, and once I reached the bridge, he was dead. So that's the end of the tutorial, and basically that shows how, you know, everything in the game is. I mean, the game could go much into more detail, but these are the basic fundamentals. Like, I'll give it a small example how I can make this game, you know, progress more in the game. See, Spacewood needs food, level 1 resource, level 2 resource. So there's a level 2 resource here. I would first have to get this planet to level 2, which requires, you know, some food, a level 1 resource, and then I need to export to Spacewood, and then I need to get feed Space its own other level 1 resource. I don't know if there's another planet in the tutorial, but oh yeah, right here. And then another food, and then I would be level 3. I think you could get up to level 6. So that's it for the tutorial. I hope you liked this preview. I might do a quick let's play over a maybe a medium to large size galaxy with a few AIs just to show you what some more gameplay is like. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like, and if you would like to continue supporting the channel, please click that subscribe button. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. XR Barrett signing out.